Welcome back to Cooking with the Gorilla, and today we'll be making what the wolf pit calls Atomic Buffalo Turds. If that's making your mouth water, stick around and I'll show you how. The first thing you're going to want to do is find yourself some meat. We usually use venison to do this, but we don't have any at the time. So we're using just some eye round. That's right, you can use any kind of scrap meat you can find. Matter of fact, when we use venison, we usually take it off the neck and the belly and all that stuff you don't want to use. This is a great way to use it up. Now look at those jalapenos. Aren't those nice jalapenos? Those are the ones we grew last year in our garden. We just froze them up after we hauled them out. Put them all in a bag, froze them up. We take them out as we need them. These are good tasting jalapenos. And what doesn't go better with jalapenos and beef than bacon? Am I right? Alright, so gotta get our knife out and we'll just slice these jalapenos right up. Slice them right down and they chop real well. Peppers of any kind slice up real nice when they're frozen. That's the way we store them. They don't get soggy like they would canned, and you can use them almost like they're fresh. They'll last up to a year in your freezer. So we'll just cut these jalapenos up, nice bite-sized pieces here, and because we're gonna want to wrap them when we get done cutting these. We're gonna want to wrap them with this beef we got over here, and then we're gonna wrap it with this bacon. So we're gonna have three delicious things all in one. That's right. That's the way we do it here. Cooking with the Gorilla, all good food. Now normally, we like to make these out on the grill. And most people would rather have these made on the grill or a barbecue. But most people don't live in Ohio where it's 7 degrees out. So we're gonna be cooking these in the oven tonight. But they'll still turn out good because I've got a few tricks up my sleeve over my years to make these still taste good. I'll tell you what, I do know this, no one will be complaining when they eat them, because this is good stuff. I'll put that slab of bacon down there and we'll just cut it in half. We only need half strips because these aren't real big. These are small buffalo turds. We're not stuffing the whole jalapeno like the wolf pit did. But we like to season ours with Italian dressing, and tonight we're going to be using Olive Garden Italian dressing. We really like the Olive Garden Italian dressing, and their salads are probably the best thing that they got. Alright, so you see how I'm doing this? I'm just starting at one end, you roll it up. When you get to the other end, you're going to want to tuck it. So just start at one end and then tuck it into the other end. No toothpicks needed. Oh boy, I know your mouth's watering now. You can see that Olive Garden Italian dressing all over these goodies. Now this has been a week of funky food and funky reviews and funky cooking, and I don't think you can get much more funkier than some Atomic Buffalo Turds. We usually call them deer wraps. When I heard the wolf pit call them buffalo turds, I knew that was funky. And we had this out and ready to go, so I thought, why not make this video for our funky week and our week of Funky Food with Dave shout out week. That's right, go check out our friends Paul and Dave over at Funky Food with Dave. Tell him we sent you. He's always eating something good over there. I think you'll enjoy it. Now, this is a poor man's air fryer. That's right, it's just a normal 11 by 15 pan with a cookie sheet on top. And I set those two together to lift these up off the pan. That way they don't get soggy on the bottom. See, I'm using my noggin. And this is like a poor man's air fryer. I'm not saying you can't be poor on an air fryer. What I'm saying is I'm a poor man and I don't own an air fryer. That's what I'm saying. And I just got this. This is my make-do air fryer. when I can't go cooking or barbecuing. And this will work up just nice. The only thing missing is the smoke you get from your barbecue. I got a few tricks for that too, and I'll show you here in a little bit. Now look at these. Don't these look delicious? All that beautiful bacon, that black pepper, that Olive Garden seasoning. Looking good. And the extra Olive Garden seasoning I keep so that I can baste them while they're baking. Put it on with a little, basting brush and keep them moist and seasoned, so good. That's one thing you gotta watch when it's in the oven. Now here I'm sprinkling on the special sauce. You know what that special sauce is? Liquid Gold. Liquid Smoke. Barbecue marinade. And I did it after so that if any drippings will get in the pan and kind of extra smoke these Atomic Buffalo Turds. Top rack, guys. Now if you are going to try cooking these inside in your oven at 375 degrees, I did notice that if you baste them every 10 minutes or so, it helps a lot. You don't have to do this if you're barbecuing, but it does help if you're cooking them in the oven. Boy, don't these start to look real good. My mouth's watering already. I want to just pick one up and eat it right now. Stick around. Give you a taste test right now. All right, guys, we got our Atomic Buffalo Turds here with our Olive Garden Italian dressing on it. What do you think? Melt in your mouth.
Good stuff.
Don't these vegetables look good? Celery, carrots, potatoes, corn, green beans, and peas. These are not going to last long, huh?
Very good.
Nice and tender, delicious. Not as good as the venison ones, but definitely something you should try. Make a bunch of them up, use them for entertaining. They won't last long. Normally when we make these, they don't even make it off the grill. People are picking them off the grill, eating them before, we've made hundreds of these. They don't even make it off the grill, do they? Alright, we're going to have a funky item right after this. Make sure you go check out Paul and Dave over at Funky Food with Dave. Hope you enjoyed this recipe and I hope you try it. Alright, hello. And this is our funky item. And today it's a pretty funky item. It's something we found in the woods. But nonetheless, still pretty cool and funky item. This is a Whitehall brown antique bottle. Still has the cap. Pretty rusted. Cap, which is pretty rusted. But these Whitehall bottles carried Anacin, which Anacin is aspirin and caffeine. So modern day Excedrin migraine. And aspirin helps in pain relief, and caffeine helps in accompanying pain relief. Caffeine is a pain reliever itself, and it speeds up the pain relief process. So they were doing this a long time ago, and we found this out in the woods unbroke. So that's pretty cool and pretty funky. All right, we'll see you next time. Tomorrow we have another taste test food review of some funky stuff. Has to do with an upcoming holiday. And let's get together with our peeps.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all. See you next time.